Welcome back to our vintage playthrough, episode 12. We have eggs to sell. Very exciting. We've been waiting for this. Actually, we let them accumulate another year when we first started the series. This will be our first time selling the eggs. We'll get those loaded up on the truck. We're going to have a lot of sales to do this episode as well in January. What's the best way to do this? Something like this I think will probably be decent. Get them on the back here. Grab the skid steer. Get them loaded up. We're also going to try to get another spread of fertilizer on our field that we just planted. What was that? That was wheat, I think, right? Yes, it was wheat. Decided to do a late crop at the last second, so we're not so bombarded. I think we're going to probably, for the other two fields, we'll probably focus on sunflowers and soybeans. Those will plant right in the spring. I know I've talked about sorghum, but I think we'll do the both of those. We'll fill our planter up with fertilizer. We have a couple pallets. I want to use that up. Now we'll just focus on using the organic. It'd be kind of nice maybe to try a couple of those bags of the other stuff. We'll see. It might actually, the fertilizer we have will probably last quite a while because I have a feeling it's not going to like go through it all like very quickly, but we'll find out. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I suppose it depends now with precision farming on how good your soil is and how many seeds it's using. All right, get these loaded. Yeah, we have bales to pick up too on the field over here, so we'll have to bring this. We should do that before we advance. Because those do need to get fermenting, so we can get those sold in, I believe it's March. Yeah, there's a few of them here. Yeah, we'll just shut this off here. Get them locked in. I believe we are going to Preserve Food Factory. Yeah, highest price right now. It is declining. It's only about 5,600, but nonetheless, we do need the money. We'll get these over there. Let's see, should we take the main road? We probably should. Let's go left. Fall leaves are coming in. When was that honey gonna sell? Is that March? Yeah, March. So we'll probably get to that too. Actually, not getting much for that either. Got a lot of hives. It's just, it takes a little bit to make some money on honey. Let's see, make sure we don't miss the turn here coming up. We've done that already before. Let's see, is this it? No, one more. That's somebody's driveway. Here we go. I guess that was a back alleyway, actually. Here we go, 5,008. 110. That's good. Better than what our price prediction calculator thought it was going to be. We'll get this put back and then we'll grab our wagon and tractor. So that's only appropriate. Oh, that's right, we got some slurrying to do. That's right in the way, ain't it? Let's get it over on the field so it's not in the way. Or I guess we'll actually have to refill it anyway. We'll take it back to the back area so it's out of the way. We just left it there in the previous episode so we'd see it and remember we got a slurry. It looks like there was a few weeds poking up as well on our wheat field. Yeah, right here's good. But we will see how that goes. We might not even worry about it. If a weeder comes up in the sales, we could probably grab one, but it doesn't seem like they're going to be that bad where we need to go too crazy yet. I'm sure that'll change. But if we start getting medium weeds, then we need a hoe. Because a weeder just wouldn't cut it, obviously. But weeders are a lot cheaper, that's for sure. Alright. Let's grab the tractor. The old John Deere A. We left it hooked up to the wagon. It's probably a good spot to leave it too, I think. It's a good job for this tractor. We'll just go around the proper way. Oh, look at that. We already got another pallet spawning. I suppose we could start at the far end. And work our way back. So these bales that are wrapped on our right here are kind of ridiculous. They're jumping all over. I don't know why, like, Giants couldn't have made those. Like, it shouldn't be doing that. Like, the bales need to feel like bales. They haven't figured that part out yet, I guess. Let's go ahead and we'll wrap these, or close it off, I should say. Because that'll be it, and then we'll get these sold. There we go. When will those sell then? We're going to sell those in March, yeah, so we got plenty of time to ferment. Which is great. I gotta get this stuff out of the way. Because we are... we got room to maneuver here. See if we can get this right. Perfect. Always used to struggle coming around that corner just a bit. We got to make sure we got enough room for the so we can grab our chicken feed if we need to. There we go. And then I guess we'll just get this out of here. And I'll put that wrapper in between those rows since that's how they decided to lay. Maybe it's good we keep them separated. Otherwise they get into it. Yeah, then we'll go ahead and we'll get that, see if we can do another fertilization on our wheat field. See if it'll change it and get it right. I think the meadow grass is actually, ooh, it looks like it's showing that they're eating it down too. I was wondering if it did that in this game. You have the meadow grass and it was really high, but now it's lower. And I assume, yeah, that's not because the season, but because they're eating it. Because if we look, there's only a little bit left. Actually, we should maybe fill them up before we advance. That'd be a good idea, I think. We should have did that right away. But nonetheless, it's parked, so we'll get this. We'll do the field first and then come back to it. Gives them a chance to eat that last little bit up. Look at that. These bales are so wacky. If we can even get in between. Just coming through is just... You can see them pushing them to the road now. That's so weird. That's something they need to work on. Alright, anyway, it's out of the way. That's... Cooperate now. We don't need these to launch in the air and be halfway across the map. Let's, I don't like to do it, but they're just being naughty here. Get over and stay. Yeah, they like just like bind up on each other and then they go wacky. Stay like that, maybe that would be great. Okay, let's get some slurry. And I'm not absolutely sure that it'll run the crop down or not. It shouldn't, because it was only the first growth stage, I think. But you just never know sometimes. Slurry's cheap enough. It does get delivered to our farm, which is nice. But we do want to get into that manure we got sitting over there as well. But we'll do that on the other two fields, I think. Okay. Oh, we better be careful with that pipe out. Yeah, because we were just a little bit shy of our targeted... Let's see, are we running the crop down? Of our targeted nitrogen. No, we're good. Perfect. So let's lock in. I want to turn the mini-map on for this so we can see. Let's see, we'll lock in, and then we'll give her a go here. Definitely getting better. Let's make sure we're not overdoing it. No, we're not. So it's still actually a little bit shy. We need 200 to be perfect. We're at 150. 175 there. I think this should work though, I mean, for the most part. As long as we're like good. That's all that matters, I think. I think we'll call it close enough right there. Good, perfect, good. There's a bad spot there, but again, it's more realistic. Ooh, look at that. We're over 220 there. Keeps it interesting, I think. More realistic. Okay, we'll put this back. And I believe... Oh yeah, we gotta feed the cows. We'll do that. And remember to use the old bales on the left side. We'll see. This is actually our kind of first year, I think, to see... Yeah, because we ran the meadow grass all summer and fall. We'll see how long the bales last, and then when we gotta make more. They should last quite a while, because I don't... Seems like they fill up pretty well. But again, we're still finding our bearings on the playthrough. But we will be getting onto the deliveries shortly. It's exciting because we need more money. We're starting to be in the hole, but we're climbing out of it slowly but surely. Okay, here we go. Let's get the... Like I said, the old bales here on the left. Get them used up. What does it take? I think, was it 3 bales and then it's full? So it's really not too bad to fill them up. Maybe even the last one, number 3, even kind of sits in the feeding trough as it's being ate up. Here comes the rain. Number 2. Yeah, we'll have to get that straw sold too in January. We're gonna have a busy sales coming up. Go, yeah, I think the half of this sits here. Does it go up all the way to that lip? Okay, hay full there, and then... Yeah, it'll sit there. It works out pretty good. How much is actually sitting in there in the bale? Yeah, 2,200 liters yet, so... Okay. Yeah, it's not really that bad to, like, fill them up. Especially we got the hay shed right here, really close. Excellent. So I think without further ado, we can advance to... I guess it'll be January? There's nothing going on in this... Oh no, we got canola to sell. So I guess we'll do that. We'll have to configure our truck with the box size. We'll use that to make our sales. And then, like I said, we got a bunch to do in January. Alright, let's take a nap then and get to December. $200 for excess animals sold. We have 1 pig, so we're actually full on our pig pens. They did reproduce again. This is crazy. We're going to have a lot. Well, I could see I could be a moneymaker, but we're actually going to be using more food too, so that could be something we got to juggle. Again, we could do corn and get some potatoes bought, or a root crop would be potatoes, and then just do it that way. I did want to try those other those new bags out, so we'll check that out. The thing is, we don't have corn. We don't have corn next year, or in the plans. And if that's something we wanted to switch to save money, we almost need to do that. When would that plant, if we decided to do that? That would be in the summer or spring too. We could do corn. It's either that or we hold on to what we have in our bin, which is 7,000 liters. Like I said, we still got to buy a root crop. Decisions. All right, looks like we have a canola sale at the farmer's market. Tag that, and then we'll get the box put on the truck here. Extension. We'll just go all the way, I guess. The only way to make sales. We can sneak back here. Canola. 2,000 liters. Plenty of room, 29%. So yeah, I think, yeah, it's down there. We'll take the field road. Yeah, we actually need to get plowing these fields up too. We could put that off on a worker or do it ourselves. We could see how good a worker would work while we make the sales. I think I should have went the other way maybe. Yeah, that's right. The farmer's market is right where that lime bin is. That didn't work for us. There we go, our cash crop. In we go. 5,018. Again, not a whole lot. Oh, it looks like did they miss their corn cutting on that field? Looks like it's withered. That was a waste of money. But we'll just get this ready to fill again. Unless we do the bales first, but we might as well do the... They're all in January, right? Let's see. Barley. Straw too, yeah, we'll configure back. Oh, we had oats. Oats and barley, we'll get both of these sold. I think what we'll do... Let's hold on to that corn. Because I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. I think buying the bags would just get really ridiculous, especially with the full pig pen. How many was... Let me see what the count was for the pigs since we're going to drive by anyway. That's got to be a lot of pigs. Yeah, we'll just park this here. Shut the lights off. $39. Yeah, that's a lot of pigs. And I think they're just gonna like eat through that food crazily. We have a couple bags left. We can get used up. I still got some time, but we'll do that probably when we load the straw. We might as well throw them in. Cows are low on water. Oh yeah, they're going through hay left and right too. And we end up having to make more hay bales during next year. Let's see. Let's get the 710 then, and we'll get some water topped up. And then we'll move on to January. I suppose we could check the sales real quick. We don't have a whole lot of money. I was also going to look at what that generator would cost. that solar panel, that small one, so we can start getting some of our daily fees waived. Let's check that stuff right now. Nothing in the sales. And then if we went to the generator, small one here, 7,800. Or get the wind one. A little bit more money and a little bit more return. There's a cell tower we could get for 10 grand. I don't know if that'd be a smart move or not. We could hide it over here. 10 grand and then... Obviously we wouldn't get 9,600 every month. That's just the max. That might not be a bad idea. 7,800. That's not a lot, is it? Or return 600. It would take a while to pay that off. Alright. That's just something to think about. We'll have to figure out which way we want to go. It's getting an idea. Let's see, we should have went the other way. We gotta get fill up with the pond. Okay, just topped up the pigs a little bit as well. Again, they don't burn through water as fast as the cows. But I think that'll do it for December. And we get on to January, make some sales. It's tough to not want to sell that corn because it's the perfect time to do it. We could just plant corn again. Maybe instead of soybeans, we'll do corn. Sunflowers and corn. That'll both be a planter crop then. And actually we won't have to worry about, if we do that, that seeder does take, or I should say the planter, has a fertilizer section, so we wouldn't have to worry about fertilizing either field, so that's a plus way to look at it. I just feel like we need to keep our income coming in, because it's only like one time a year we get to get filled up with our cash. Not very often. Okay, so that is it there. So without further ado, we shall go to January. $100 excess animals, chickens sold. That definitely helps. Property maintenance, $275. Yeah, we might end up having to go for that cell tower, I think. That might just be our ticket. But let's get through the sales. How is everything else looking? Yeah, we got... So we'll start with the bin crops. I don't know if we'll get to the straw in this episode. I think our pigs are out of food, so we got to get them filled up again, which we got a couple bags. And then the cows are also going to need some more hay as well. So we're definitely busy. We might as well do all the animals, actually. We could probably throw some more bags in the horse pen as well. We'll do the whole lot. But first things first, let's do some sales. We got... Let's see, everything's decreasing, I guess. Yeah, I think we're just going to grow more corn again. We got to. I have a feeling the pigs are going to just go through left and right. But buying that food might put us in debt too. How much does it cost to buy pig food? Didn't really check the prices out. Ah, this is interesting with this mod. They come up in the sales as well. So silage additive is on sale for 92% off. That's a pretty cool way of doing that. But we don't need that. I wish pig food came up. Yeah, if pig food had come up, we could make some. That'd be. I kind of like that idea. That is all right. But nonetheless, if we get the pig food, we're gonna get the big bundles. 250. And remember, they hold quite a bit. That's 2,000 liters if we got all that. $1,700 for that. For 2,000 liters. I think they had burned through that. Let's make the first couple sales and we'll decide if we're going to sell that corn or not. So let's just sell the oats to the farmer's market. That's really close by. Take care one step at a time. Oh no, the oats was, I forgot the oats was for our horses. It's barley. So barley will be going to the grain mill. I guess it's just the one crop then, ain't it? $5,838 liters. We'll go with the front. Yeah, it's just a lot of thinking of how you're going to do things as you progress here. Looks like we got some slight frost on the ground. Let's go this way and then bring this road back. It might be a little bit longer, but it might be nice to take a little joyride. We were going to think about doing some cutting of wood too to get some money that way. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Cut a few logs, you could have enough to buy pig food too. Yeah, we gotta go way around, it looks like. Arriving at the mill. Pretty big. Where's the entrance? It's at an angle. We have to go up into the dump area. There we go. Wow, this is helping tremendously. 6,606, 135 environmental. What I think we're gonna do, we'll get back and we'll get all the animals topped up. I'm probably gonna throw all the bags of oats, which is our horse feed, get them in there. They actually don't eat a lot of food, which is really nice, but I guess we only have 3 of them. They take a while to reproduce. But that way it'll kind of give us a better idea if we want to... Because I think we have... I guess we don't have quite... let's get over there in the skid steer. I don't think we have quite 2,000 liters. It's like, I think we got a bag and a half left of the pig food. I think they're 1,000 a piece. Trying to get an idea of... 1,700 to buy 2,000 on the other bags. Yeah, it looks like a half a bag here. So this is, yeah, 325 liters, and this is 1,000. We'll see where this gets the meter, the fill gauge. 1,300 here then. Looks like it's going to snow later on too today. Yeah, they are starving. I always think they need to make it so you can limit how many pigs you get in your pen. Because sometimes it just... You only want a few and then it just gets ridiculous when they reproduce so often. Yeah, it'll be nice once we switch to the other bags because this is... I mean, we could get a bag lifter, but then you need a front loader for that. They don't have a bag lifter for the skid steer unless there's a mod, but I guess I never looked. Okay, so where does that get the meter? Okay. So actually 2,000 wouldn't be too bad. I think what we'll do is we will plant corn again. And we will buy the food, and then we can also, to offset that, we'll do some wood splitting when we need to. I think what we might do in the next episode, we probably will go ahead and authorize the building of that cell tower. That'll help out. I wish I could do more than one bag at once, but I think these are going to be way too heavy to do that. Yeah, I think we'll come back and we'll take care of the animals. Let's finish up with we'll sell that corn. Go grab the truck. Because that was the last thing in the bin here, right? There's a little bit of wheat, but we'll sell that next time we dump the other stuff in. Yeah. I think that'll work alright. And then, like I said, we'll buy the bags. You know, we can get 1,700 for those 8 liftable bags. And then if we do need to offset some cash, we'll just split some wood. And then if we decide to switch to bulk and do the corn and then to get a root crop from we'll have to go to the sales and see if they can supply us with that. We'll do that. So we'll finish off here with the corn sale, I guess, for this episode, and we'll have plenty more to do on the next. We gotta sell our straw bales yet. And then we'll top up all the animals, because they are running hungry. Hopefully we get it all on. That was a pretty good harvest, it looks like. There we go, 7110. Yes, it all fit. So this is going... Where is this going? We should have checked that first. I guess we can check over here. It will be... Farmer's Market. We're nice and close. We'll take it. Yeah, I think we'll put corn in this field right here. And that way, if we decide to switch, so be it. If not, it's nice to have another corn crop anyway. And then we'll have the sunflowers. We won't get a whole... Obviously, the sunflower yield will probably be pretty low because it takes a lot to get anything out of those. Then if we do decide to switch and do things differently, we'll have corn on hand to do that. But I think it's a good idea to make profit while we can here at the top. There we go. Final sale of the episode. $10,621, 217 environmental scar. Awesome. All right, we're going to end it there for today's episode. And like I said, on the next one, we're going to tackle the sale of the straw. We'll have to get this configured. I'll probably actually do that right now so I don't forget. get this configured to a flatbed. We'll get the straw loaded up. We'll get our animals all topped up. We'll try to probably get all that oats put into the horse pen, so that's all taken care of. The cows are going to need more hay. And, yeah, we'll probably end up having to buy some pig food soon enough. And then we'll go from there. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.